It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked.
Ryan Garcia versus Shakur Stevenson is not just a fight. It is a full test of power versus pure skill that could expose the truth about both fighters. But if Shakur Stevenson really accepted Ryan Garcia, is this the moment where one of them gets completely RAZ in the ring? And who will be forced to prove they were never at that level?
Let's do it. Hey, it's like back in the days, right?
It's the biggest fight right here.
No, I thought you was bigger than this, bro.
You know I'm not big. Wait, why do you think I was big?
God, oh man.
Wait, good luck. Thank you, bro.
Hey, Big Ryan winning that.
You said what?
Ryan's winning that.
You don't want to bet on it.
He's Ryan's winning that.
The boxing scene was stunned when Ryan Garcia challenged Shakur Stevenson. He showed full confidence and said the fight would be an easy victory. Now, Shakur Stevenson has officially accepted Ryan's challenge.
He's confident, so let's run it. I just love something about fighting so many people don't think I'm gonna beat. It's like that Devin Haney effect.
Right.
It's like, you really think I'm not gonna beat this?
You're like a 9-1 underdog, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, with Shakur, they're gonna be all thinking he's gonna spank me, blah, 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 all this shit.
Right.
And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's gonna be a whole, because I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like, I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has. I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did.
Ryan didn't waste a moment after getting past Barrios. With the victory still fresh, he quickly shifted his focus to Shakur Stevenson and made a confident claim that he would defeat him without much trouble.
I shook this on arms off and then I ran to beat himself with the bad 50 wazi for civil schmiss hilly. I need side of mix on but tight off side of the honest name to do the house of a sad one. Get on it, yeah, for us, then
Looking at Ryan Garcia's victory over Mario Barrios, Shakur acknowledged his ability, but he still had his doubts. Considering Ryan's past, he wondered if the performance was purely natural or influenced by something else. Physically, Garcia appeared in strong shape.
So we who folks lá respectado, quer believe me, agora fala, cara. Eu feel around with that, believe me, him. Well, say you so excited, who ne buy, I so excited, and say buy. Yes, no, say more for me, so it was.
With Ryan still the main focus, former boxer Andre Ward shared his take on what unfolded in the ring that night, saying Garcia looked more well-rounded than ever. He was confident, precise, and intentional with the punches he chose to throw. Shakur pointed out a right hand in the opening round that was perfectly set up behind a jab that blocked Barrios' view. According to Shakur, many fighters try to shift the credit elsewhere, but Garcia didn't. He came in prepared for a battle, fully understanding the physical challenge he was stepping into.
If he fight Tank, what happened if Shakur fight Tank? Is he still that man then? That's an honest question for your fans, anybody who says cat. If he fight Tank, is he the man then?
At 135?
And do y'all think he would beat Tank at 140? Because Tank coming back to 140 to show y'all. I know Tank is the only one in that division that's the man like that. And not just because what he showed y'all, we've been in the ring with him. We know the stories of, we've been in the boxing community our whole life. We know what's real.
Building on that, American pro boxer Floyd Schofield said, if Ryan Garcia truly wanted Shakur, why not face him at his natural weight? The reasons were already stacking up before the fight had even begun. Schofield made it clear that real fighters don't look for advantages, they just step in and compete. And if Ryan wasn't careful, Shakur would show everyone why he's such a threat at 135.
You know, Tank would beat Shakur.
I know Tank would beat Shakur. I know it. So it ain't like forget believe. It's a fact. It's a fact. If Tank come back and Tank is focused and want to do it. But that's about the only one besides Kit that's going to knock Shakur out. Shakur hard to hit. You got to be skilled to clip him. And it's only certain combinations that will clip Shakur.
7 more fights and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight? Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch.
He made it.
Moving forward, Floyd added that if Tank returned locked in and prepared, the outcome would already be decided. But then the focus changed. Shakur was not someone you could hit easily. It would require true skill and well-timed combinations to catch him. And those familiar with his style believed they understood his key. That made the matchup dangerous, but Shakur had another edge: his sharp mind, his ring IQ, and his ability to break down any opponent.
Look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fights,
so you feel like
putting him on games by the time.
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
At the same time, Shakur's possible opponent, Tank Davis, reacted immediately when Shakur Stevenson's name was mentioned. Yes, Shakur was on the list, maybe around 6 or 7, but when it came to the toughest fight, Tank dismissed the idea before the question was even finished.
You gotta have some type of punch power to get me off me, because it'll be a different style and I'm not gonna get away. Every time I get, I put it on, you know. I want that fight.
He made it known that while there is respect, there is no fear. Davis invited anyone to point out something extraordinary in Shakur's style. In Tank's view, Shakur doesn't really evade punches, he simply retreats and circles the ring. No standout technique, nothing unique.
We is hating on Ryan, but at the same time, bro, Ryan, look, bro, he looked good, bro. He did his thing. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He did his thing. He was fast. His jab was fast. You know, we always looking for the hook, but he dropped barriers with a right hand. You know what I'm saying? So he looked good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He looked good. You know, at first, you know, I wasn't never too high on Ryan because yeah, he was a stream, but I guess he just, you know, maybe, you know, we hating and stuff like that because he took it to another level. You know, he did. He's a streamer / a real professional boxer. Now he's a world champion. So, man, for me, look, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I take my hat to Ryan, bro. He did his thing. He looked good against barriers.
When Ryan Garcia eventually called him out, Shakur Stevenson showed no hesitation. He laughed it off, treating it like just another name among many. The timing didn't matter, and the talk mattered even less unless the weight was right and the deal made sense. Shakur remained unimpressed.
That as a 50-50 fight if he was to fight a guy like Shakur.
I still got Shakur. I got Shakur, but I'm not gonna lie. It's the skills, bro. The skills. I shared the ring with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Even though we sparred and I was out of shape, Shakur is good, bro. Shakur is really. He's a. Like, his talent is just, he's not gonna be there, bro. He's just not gonna be there against somebody like Ryan. I know Ryan has confidence, but, you know, we say the same thing about Tio. He blew Tio out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying about the Tio. I mean, who you think is a better fighter, Tio or Ryan? I think Tio is better than Ryan, and like Shakur just blew him out, beat him easily.
Building the excitement around the possible matchup, former world champion Regis Prograis spoke openly when talk shifted to Ryan Garcia's latest showing. He first acknowledged that some criticism toward Ryan might have been unfair, but after seeing his fight against Barrios, the reality became clear. Ryan had elevated his game. He was no longer just known as a streamer, he was a world champion. And because of that, respect was deserved.
Shakur's an incredible boxer. But you're an incredible boxer. You're not a puncher, but you're still an incredible boxer. So not everyone gets to punch hard. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone gets superhuman reflexes. Not everyone's super agile. Not everyone gets like a granite chin. You got to do with what you got. So. Yeah.
So you think he's selected people who is considered a lesser puncher than you? Because I would assume...
is anyone more of a puncher than me, really? Okay.
However, Regis made it clear that none of that would matter against Shakur Stevenson. Progrise had sparred with Shakur before, so he understood exactly what Ryan would be facing. In his view, Garcia didn't have a real chance. The abilities Shakur brought weren't just solid, they were on another level. And despite Ryan's growth, he hadn't faced anything like that.
What we said that he didn't look like the fighter that fought Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So that can show you who Debo is, because we didn't call for him when he fought Rolly, right? We didn't say that was the fight. What Debo said is, you guys said that it was the best performance of his career, or he pitched a 12-0 shutout. He has a belt. And then you see Debo show up. So that's in true Debo fashion, is that, he's not picking on the guys that the people don't like. He's picking on the guys that the people say is everything.
The discussion turned to Shakur Stevenson, and Ryan's former opponent Rolando Romero said Shakur is an exceptional boxer, but he stressed that being great doesn't mean having every attribute. Not everyone hits with power. Not everyone has lightning-fast reflexes or an iron chin. When asked if Shakur had been choosing opponents with weaker punching ability, he brushed off the claim with confidence. If Shakur were avoiding power, he wouldn't be avoiding Romero.
It's not, listen, they all on the list, champ side, you know what I'm saying? And it's more about what the people want. The people are screaming that Ryan is back, that he had a hell of a performance. He has a belt. He's in the same division. Of course, if we went with Mario Barrios, first, with our relationship with the WBC, everybody would have said we was cherry picking. You know what I mean? So the only splash that we could make, and just like you said all the time, is they want us to fight the tough competition, but that's why Devin is Debo.
And now Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, spoke directly to the storyline, saying Ryan Garcia looked like a completely different fighter in his most recent bout compared to the version who faced Romero. But after Garcia put on what many described as the finest performance of his career, dominating his opponent and earning a title, the perspective shifted. In Haney's view, that version was the real Ryan.
I believe that the first priority comes with the redemption match, right? The ultimate grudge match. Two guys having both belts, unification fight, fight that the people are saying that Ryan is at his best. That's the low-hanging fruit. But of course, all respect to Xander Zayas and that team, who we've been talking, you know what I mean, about making this fight happen. We spent a lot of time on that. I think that what accelerated Ryan back to the top of the list is ultimately Turkey, the Zone, and of course the fans.
Now on social media, Ryan again posted stuff on X calling out Shakur. He said, "Forget the catchweight shit, let's do it for real. I want to take your belt and snatch it right off you." Ryan again posted, "To those who are worried about the 140-pound weight, I will tell you this, I plan to be able to also win at 140. As long as there's no rehydration clause, things will go forward. Testing is always included, I've never shied away from that. For Shakur to assume I'm on steroids, that is defamation, so I would advise you to refrain from yourself. I know you are deep down scared, and you should have fear. I'm coming for you."
Bill stated that a rematch with Ryan Garcia was definitely an option. He said every fighter was being considered, but in the end, it depended on what fans wanted, and at that moment, people were saying Ryan had returned to form. That made the matchup logical. With their ties to the WBC, Haney expected the storyline to evolve. Bill suggested that Ryan should face Devin next.
"That's my opinion. You can't sue anybody for their opinion. Are you a boxing champ? What's up with the suing tactics anyway? 140, let's do it, chomp." Shakur.
Furthermore, Bill noted that Ryan is performing at his peak at the moment, but he quickly dismissed that as an obvious takeaway. He explained that the main focus had been on other priorities, yet something changed along the way. In Haney's view, what pushed Ryan back toward the top of the conversation, and most importantly in the eyes of the fans, was that as Devin's options became more limited, the route ahead started to point the same way, and Ryan's name kept being mentioned. Now on social media, Ryan again took to X to call out Shakur. He wrote, "Forget the catchweight, let's do this the right way. I want to take your belt and pull it straight from you." He also addressed those concerned about the 140-pound limit, saying, "I plan to compete and win at 140 as long as there's no rehydration clause. Everything will move forward. Testing will always be part of it. I've never avoided that. For Shakur to suggest I'm on steroids, that's defamation, and I'd advise you to stop making those claims. I know you're afraid deep down, and you should be. I'm coming for you."
See and know, and when I see it, I'm like, okay, he's good. I see it, and it lets me know by the time I get in the ring what I gotta do, what I'm going up against. That was the same thing in my last fight. I kept saying how good he was, and I knew what he was, but I know that I'm better.
Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson isn't standing by. After laying out his case for the biggest matchups, he's now shifting his focus to Ryan Garcia at 140. The ability is there, the self-belief is there, and if Ryan truly wants to measure himself against the top level, Shakur is ready to show why he believes he's in a different class. No more words, just action. Shakur posted 140 me versus Ryan. Then he fired back in a straightforward way, keeping it real. No lawsuits, no threats, just boxing. After Ryan Garcia mentioned defamation and rehydration clauses, Shakur brushed all that aside with a clear, simple message.
About me. I think you probably right though, but I think he been
I thought he was. I was trying to think about it.
I think he been saying my name the whole week. Like he kept like, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Shakur. He wasn't saying nobody else's name like he was saying my name. So to me, I think he's serious. I think he do want to fight, but I just think that everything got to work well in the business. Everything got to make sense. Because before the fight, I heard them saying they'll fight me at 144, and then after the fight, I'm here at 147, and I'm not going up to 147 no time soon.
Shakur Stevenson made it clear that he doesn't think like most fighters. He wouldn't lower his standards by acting like an opponent isn't dangerous. Instead, he studies, observes, and stays honest about the challenge in front of him. He followed the same approach in his most recent bout, repeatedly recognizing the skill of the man he faced. When questioned about Ryan Garcia's remarks after the fight, Shakur paid attention and took in exactly what he needed to understand.
Ryan, do you need him to be in 24/7, 365 testing? Is that like a no?
No. We just need him to test. It's not going to take 365 days to whip his. So we don't need him tested for 365. We just need him tested from now until when the fight happens.
The boxing world is talking about a potential blockbuster between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson. It would be a meeting of speed, accuracy, and top-tier skill. Garcia offers explosive power, quick hands, and a lethal left hook capable of ending a fight instantly. Shakur, meanwhile, is known for his defensive brilliance, smooth movement, sharp fight IQ, and his rare ability to dictate distance. The big question is whether Garcia's speed and knockout ability can break through Shakur's defense, or if Shakur will control the fight and outclass him over 12 rounds. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future fight analysis. Until next time, stay ready. We'll see you in the next one. This video is created for informational and educational purposes only to keep the boxing audience updated with the latest news, opinions, and analysis. All content is presented under fair use in accordance with YouTube policies, with the intention of providing commentary, criticism, and reporting. We do not claim ownership of any third-party material used in this video. This video has been enhanced with the help of AI to make the content more unique, engaging, and informative for viewers.